Hey everyone, Ed from Paranormal Link, Ohio here, back at it again with another podcast episode. Tonight's podcast episode is about a subject that I hold very near and dear. I love stories about these guys. I love movies about these guys. I love doing the research about these guys. It is amazing. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. It is the Black-Eyed Children. Yes. Stories about these guys, again, are just the most amazing thing. They're one of the scariest things to me. So, again, I'm going to read you these through my research that I did, whether it be in books, whether it be the internet, library, etc., etc. And I hope you guys enjoy this. I love these stories. So, here we go. We're going to start it out. Legend of the Black-Eyed Children. They might knock on your door on a late wintry night. You may see them approaching your car while you are waiting at the signal or a gas station. It might seem like they need help, or they might just stand still for no reason. These children do not look threatening at all. They would want to get in your house or your car. They will be persistent. Suddenly, you will notice something is not right about these children. Their eyes are pure black, from lid to lid. Dead black orbs, devoid of any whites, pupils, irises, you name it, they don't have it. It is nothing but a deep, dark, black hole. It will chill you up your spine. You have finally come across the Black-Eyed Children. Black-Eyed Children, or Black-Eyed Kids, is an urban legend or paranormal creature, you be the one to decide, that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16. These creatures with pale skin and black eyes have reportedly been seen hitchhiking, panhandling, or at the doorsteps of residential homes. A dozen of stories keep circulating, all following a very similar pattern. Kids with eyes completely blacked out appear at people's home or vehicle, knock on the door, and then insist upon getting inside. Anyone who encountered them has almost immediately felt an overwhelming sense of dread. Besides blacked out eyes, these children typically appear normal. Sometimes their attire seems outdated. In extremely unusual instances, people have reported encountering creatures with talon-like feet. No one knows where or how these creatures pop up. Conspiracy theorists believe the Black-Eyed Children are aliens trying to reach out to their Earth. Demonologists believe that they are children of the devil himself, and if you let them in, you are allowing the devil to enter your life. They want to enter your home to call their parents. However, upon making eye contact, it seems like there is a much sinister plot to the story. Some people claim that these children have existed since the 1980s. However, most sources say that the legend originated in 1996 in posts written by a Texas reporter named Brian Bethel, where he wrote about 2 alleged encounters with the Black-Eyed Children. He said that he encountered 2 children in Albany, Texas, with pale skin and black eyes. In 2012, Bethel retold his story in the TV show Monsters and Mysteries in America. He then wrote an article for the Abilene Reporter News where he described his experience again. One of the stories goes like this. In the snowy town within the middle of the nowhere of Vermont, an elderly couple heard the sound of 3 loud knocks on their door. They opened the door and saw 2 children, a boy and a girl. Parents will be here soon. May we come in? The children did not make eye contact and just stood there in the doorway. The elderly couple were hesitant, but after a while they let the boy and girl inside. The kids settled on the couch while the wife made some hot cocoa, and the husband asked them questions that went unanswered. The wife returned and noticed that her cat was scared and angry with the children. May we please use the restroom, they said. The wife looked at the kids and she finally saw them. The children's eyes were as black as a starless universe. She directed them to the bathroom and returned to her husband, who was covering his face with his hand. Did you see their eyes? The husband then showed her his hand, full of blood from a nosebleed. The power suddenly went out, and the house turned as dark as the kids' eyes. The wife headed to the restroom and was confronted by the voice of the kids at the end of the hall, uttering, our parents are here." The kids then exited the house, having the door wide open. The wife then noticed that there were two men at the end of the driveway. The men were very tall and slender. The wife waved but did not receive the same friendly gesture. The two men and children then drove away together in one car. The power then came back on a little later, after the kids left. Throughout the next week, weird things happened in the house. 3 out of 4 cats went missing, and the 4th had been found dead in the pool of its own blood. The husband continued to have nosebleeds and finally went to the doctor, where he was diagnosed with a very aggressive skin cancer. The legend even crossed bodies of water and landed in the great land of the United Kingdom, where in 2014 the Daily Star wrote 3 front-page stories about sightings of the black-eyed children in the haunted pub in Staffordshire. Ghost hunters who believed that the black-eyed children were extraterrestrials, vampires, or ghosts took these alleged sightings very seriously. Nowadays, people still claim to see the black-eyed children when driving late at night down an empty road, or outside of their window late at night, or even lurking in the shadows of their room. Many people have reported seeing the black-eyed children standing in the corner of their room during their episodes of sleep paralysis, or even waking up in the middle of the night because they sensed someone was watching them, and the shadows were these children. Now, I've heard other stories about the black-eyed children. I heard one, actually I watched it on YouTube one time. I cannot remember the YouTube channel, but if I do, I'll put it on my social media so you guys can watch it. This guy figured out a frequency that you could play that would draw the black-eyed children to him. He left this frequency on all night for like 5 nights, playing out his stereo speakers out his window. And then finally on the 5th night, a child came up on the porch. It's late at night, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, banging on the door. Eyes were completely blacked out. The next day, 2 of them were there, banging on the door. It got to the point where his power then shut off. And as he would come home he worked nights, he would come home in the middle of the night, and he would get home at he worked second shift, so it was like, he'd probably get off like 11 or 12 o'clock at night, come home, he'd set this thing up, about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, these things would show up. But as he's coming home, he noticed there was children in his driveway, and his driveway was back inside a wooded area. He lived out in the woods. He loved it out there. He started noticing these children were popping up out of left and right when he would come home in the middle of the night, and their eyes were completely blacked out. And they would just point at him, or they'd wave at him to try to get him to stop. Eventually, he started to get very ill, and he stopped playing the frequency. Once he stopped playing the frequency, a few days after that, the children never came back. I mean, I've heard that. I heard this one where in the 90s, when this guy went to the movie theaters, he was going to catch the very first Mortal Kombat movie, the live action movie in the 90s. He's waiting in the parking lot. He was going to go to the 11 o'clock showing, and 2 kids came up to his car. One was an adolescent, one was a teenager, blacked out eyes, and was begging him to let them in the car. Begging. Please let us in. We're waiting for our parents. Please let us in. We're scared. And as he's telling them no, they're getting more and more aggressive. They're pounding on the car. They're hitting the car as hard as they could. Eventually, he decided to drive off. And as he's driving off, these 2 children are chasing him and keeping up with him from behind. And then all of a sudden, they stopped chasing him and he got away. More and more stories come out, man. Like, middle of the night, people, they hear a knock on the door, and it's these kids with these black eyes. Don't let them in. Because, I get where people try to say they're vampires, because, a vampire can't enter your home or dwelling without being invited. I get that. I don't think they're extraterrestrials at all. I do believe they're demonic. They're very evil. And I think you're inviting something more in than just a child in need. So you got to be very careful, guys. If a child comes to your house, usually they're in 2s, a teenager and a young adolescent, and they got blacked out eyes, do not let them in. Do not let them in at all. And I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. I love the black-eyed children. I could do episode and episode and episode of different stories of the black-eyed children. If you guys want to hear more stories about the black-eyed children, let me know. Go to Facebook, ParanormalIncOhio.com. leave a comment, message me in the private message on Paranormal Inc. Ohio. And let me know what you think if you want some more stories like this, because I'll be more than happy to do more of these. You guys also know I've been telling you that you can subscribe to me now on Spotify. $2.99 a month. You get some behind-the-scenes footage and some never-played-before episodes. Like I said, if you want to, cool. If you don't want to, cool. I'm not, I just got the option to do it, and I decided to try it. So if you guys want to, I would really appreciate it. It would help the show grow. It'd help me be able to get to where I need to go to do these investigations, to get things for the show, et cetera, et cetera. So again, I appreciate all your guys' love and support. Thank you so much for being here every night listening to this. We are number 62 out of 100 top paranormal shows on FeedPost. I was very excited to read that today. I got the email about that, and it's just because of you guys. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. So you guys have a great night. And again, tonight at 10 p.m., I will be live on Facebook, Paranormal Inc. Ohio. So I hope to see you guys there. And again, I hope you guys have a great evening. And you will hear from me tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.